Yeah, alright. 14. Moonlight 1. Alright. So, before I realize it, it's morning already. Is that so? I'm useless, I couldn't get any sleep at all. I stopped the alarm clock with a sigh. Today is my date with Saber, no matter what she says. Why are we doing this? I don't know. I'm going to take her to places she hasn't been and play around, and the most important thing is for her to enjoy herself. Why are we doing this? He just randomly decides to do this, like, when he's walking home. I try to use the knowledge I don't have to come up with a plan for the day, but the alarm clock went off before I noticed the time. I set the alarm clock just in case. Where you stayed up all night and you couldn't think of anything? I couldn't come up with any good plans last night, so I borrowed it from Tosaka, thinking it might take a long time to come up with a plan. I used it going against my principles, but it was useless in the end. Come to think of it, I've never gone on a date before. I sigh again. That's the problem. Even more shocking than the fact I couldn't get any sleep is the fact I couldn't come up with any plans that would make a girl happy, even though I thought about it all night. How is that possible? I really don't get it. At first I'll leave this to luck. I'll take her everywhere and make her realize what it means to have fun. Saber is a girl. Yes, I'm aware. If you go to cute looking shops, she's bound to have fun. Well, I think the plan has some weak points, but I made up my mind. That's what I'm going to do. It's not like I have any other ideas, so I'm going to entertain her today until she gives up. Okay, you're gonna kidnap Saber in the middle of the Holy Grail War after you just saw Archer appear yesterday and kill Caster instantly with their noble phantasma. Then Ilias Seville has not woken up yet. Now she's still asleep. It looks like he'll take a bit longer to wake up, but I guess that's good luck today. If she were awake, she would be following Shiro around and bothering him. Yes, we cannot have her continue to accompany Shiro as she has been. It ended up like that last night, but we are going to start seriously searching for the remaining master today. Shiro cannot be concerned with Ilias Seville. We're not gonna do that. Oh, that's not what I meant, but oh well. It won't do any good if I tell you, and this is your and Shiro's problem. Sokka tries to hide her laughter. Huh? A problem for me and Shiro? Saber's expression questions me. Indeed, it is a problem. I agree. Oh, we're done eating breakfast, so this is a good time. Saber's ready to go and search for masters, but I have willpower as well. I just need to come out with it like a man. About that, Saber. We'll be going into the neighboring town today, so if you need to get ready, do so now. Looking for the master? In that case, I would have thought the suburbs would have been a better choice than the neighboring town. Now we're going to hang out, so there's no point in going to the suburbs. Huh? Okay. Well, I'm guessing whilst we're hanging out, we're either going to find a servant, or Lance is going to die in the background, or we're just going to have a 2-on-1 at the end. Saber freezes. I'll really have to get back at the person behind her who's trying not to laugh. Shiro, what do you mean by that? You are not going to hang out with Rin, but I'm going, so who else but you will come with me to Osaka? Has nothing to do with this, since she'll be staying here to take care of Ilya. What you gonna do with Ilya? How ridiculous. We would not accomplish much even if we visited the neighboring town. Doing such a thing is meaningless. What are you trying to do? Saber complains directly. Yes, it is meaningless, I agree. This is what I expected. But the future looks troublesome as she thinks we're going to the town to look for the masters, even though I told her clearly. Geez, you don't understand when I put it clearly. In other words, I'm saying let's go on a date. How about it? I asked, ignoring Tosaka's stare. I don't know how much she understands. Why are we doing this? I don't understand what you're saying. Can you give me a concrete description? She asks even less happily. That flips a switch within me. It seems like caring for her has the opposite effect when it comes to things like this. It seems it would be to both our benefits to state it clearly. You should go search for the masters. This is a Jew with the Holy Grail of War. What are you doing? Don't you have more important matters? Sure, I'll obey you if you want to go into town, but please explain to me what you mean by going to this day. You haven't got time for this. What are they doing? Even though I am familiar with this age, there are words I still don't understand. Please do not use technical vocabulary. It's not technical vocabulary. I'll tell you since you don't know. Going on a date means going out to play with a girl. Play. Huh? Saber freezes. A girl, you mean me? She murmurs, still astonished. When I nod, Saber frowns even more unhappily. I understand the meaning of the word, but I do not understand your intent. What is your reason behind such a thing? I don't know. The reaction is unexpected. The intention of a date is obvious, but I'm a bit hesitant to tell Saber straight on. Tosaka will do the work. Gee, she's misunderstanding because of the words you're using. Don't use the word date. Explain to her in simpler terms. Tosaka interrupts as if unable to ignore us. Look, Saber, a date is basically a Ren's vase. She will say she's going out to play, but it's a chance for a man to appeal to a woman he likes. I cough. Tosaka's right, but I think a date and a render vase are vastly different. I don't think I'm saying that right. I should have heard that word before, but I forgot now. We just a completely common word as well. Okay, but I shouldn't interrupt. It seems Saber finally understands what a date is. That's right, Saber. We're not going to fight today, but we're going to the town instead. After all, we won't be able to fight during the daytime. Since there are a lot of people around, we should be able to do whatever we want right now. That's not a good idea. Well, then consider this the Lancer and Archer. Archer can probably see you from a building like the other Archer did. And then he's going to shoot us down with his Archer powers, and he's going to murder me. There's no benefit for you in doing this. That's not true, and if there were, I wouldn't mind. I already decided to spend today with you, so don't worry about me. Anyways, we're going into town today, so I won't be changing my mind no matter what. I stare straight on at Saber. Okay, I guess. After thinking with a serious face for a while. Then, will you go into town by yourself even if I do not go? Yeah, I'm definitely going. All the stuff I thought about all night will go to waste. Then I will have to go with you as a servant, and I cannot leave my master alone. Cool. With a deep sigh, Saber answers with her usual manner. At least you didn't go alone this time. Still doing something pretty dumb though. I get really angry about her following me because she's my servant, but I managed to succeed in getting Saber out. Why are you angry? So I just had to take Saber to places without thinking too much about it. Oh, okay. Hopefully I don't have to decide. Or I'm gonna choose a back alley again. See you. Bring me back something. I gestured to Tosaka to... No, that's a bit close. To go to hell as she makes fun of me right to the end, and we go outside. Okay, so... what are we going to do exactly, Shiro? We'll go to the neighboring town. There's a bus from the intersection, so let's take that. Oh, okay. The road is awfully quiet. Yes, roads don't tend to speak. It's past 9 on the weekday. This town is starting to come alive, but it's a bit too early for people to start going anywhere. I guess. There's no one out on the road, and it's like we have the place to ourselves. Come to think of it, I'm starting to feel no resistance to skipping school. I've been at home all the time recently. Isn't school up after that whole incident? Of course you're a master, so it would be strange for you to be out walking. She replies sharply. She's walking behind me as usual, but it feels different today. To put it nicely, I feel pressure from behind me. Why do you go to school when everyone's faces were melting and stuff a couple of days ago? Anyway, Saber is going to be harder to handle today. Get on the bus. It would have been full of people about an hour ago, but there aren't many people using it at this time. The only people on the bus are an old lady and a kid, so it's like we have this place to ourselves. This is a... Okay, let's sit at the back to Saber. I go to Saber and sit right at the front. Sit at the front. What? And sit at the back end of the bus. Okay, sitting at the front and the back. Saber watches the passing scenery silently. Okay. Say, bus seat. Looking at her, I realize how crazy I'm being right now. Looking at the bus seat, yeah, it's pretty crazy, I guess. It's blue. The bus to the neighboring town is ordinary for me, but this ordinary thing, there's something extraordinary. Yeah, a servant. Rather than short, to be honest, my mind starts to twist like a Rubik's Cube. Realizing we're going on a date. You're going to die, that's what's gonna happen. And I need to make the right choices so you don't die. Oh crap, I'm getting really nervous. Unless I want you to die, then you will die. I take a deep breath, trying not to let Saber notice, and I know I shouldn't, but I sneak one more glance at Saber. Okay. Wasn't your intention to do this anyway? So, why act like it's a bad thing to sneak a glance? You basically already forced it to come out here. My heart jumps. The Saber sitting next to me is a Saber I don't know. No, Saber herself is the same, all that's changed its place, but still, just that makes me realize she's different. Something I didn't realize back at my place. So ordinary scene seems like a different world just because it has Saber in it. Don't have that effect. Her hair is like golden silk, and her eyes, her green eyes, are so beautiful that their mere presence is overwhelming. There's not much to compare her up against to now, so I forgot about it. I remember the first time I met Saber, I was probably avoiding her because I was embarrassed about being fascinated by her. Okay. I guess, I won't say there's a time and a place, but after the Holy Grail War, she's going to die anyway, so, well, effectively die. Wait, does that mean he's gonna wish for Saber to be a human? I don't know what he's gonna do. Is he gonna make a sword and put Saber's soul into it? That'd be kinda weird. Why would Saber say she's a girl before she's a swordsman for me? I didn't know how to approach her and didn't realize my feelings for her. Okay. It seems I got the order wrong. I was finally able to believe in Saber with everything I have, and then I decided to go on a date with her. I don't think you've ever treated her like a swordsman. Just those two are in the wrong order, and I finally realized when our day is about to begin just how big a deal it is to go on a date with a girl you like, which I think is pretty rude, if anything. You're just undermining their occupation completely. Well, the occupation is a king, but whatever. But so, I can only do my best, so I can't back out now. Is swordsmanship like a way of life then? I don't know. I calm myself and shake off my weak spirits. The bus has crossed the bridge and is going into the developed areas where the buildings are. I breathe out and prepare myself. The announcer I'm so used to hearing announces the next stop, Shinto Station. Oh, Shinto. Is that the other town? I mean, like we've been here before. Is this where the park is? It's still... I think, did we fly up that building? It's still 9 in the morning, but the area in front of the station is crowded. Most shops are open at 10, but cafes and bookstores are always already open. There are already many people there. There were already many more people than there were at Miyama City, and this place is as crowded as it is on weekends. Okay. Getting off the bus, Saber looks around unhappily. It's only natural. Saber was against the state and people passing by are looking at her curiously. She must not be feeling too good about it. Indeed. To come to think of it, this was bound to happen if I put Saber here in the morning, but that's going to follow us around for the whole day. It is a way to calm me down. It's to make Saber have more fun, that she forgets other people staring at her. Is that your plan? Or I I pound a fist and turn to Saber. Saber, I'll ask you first, is there any place you would want to go? We could come all the way here, so we should at least do whatever we want today. You just say you want to go home. I don't know, I have no places that interest me before even that. I have no knowledge on to which to base such a decision. You want to go to the sword shop? I don't think we have those. Really? That's too bad then. I guess it's really up to luck. The future looks bad if you don't have anywhere you want to go. And I don't have any idea where to go. The future? I don't want to ask this, but you do not have a plan, Shiro? Well, I have a few, but no details. Let's just go to random stores. Well, that's still difficult. I know places where I won't get bored, but I can't imagine where a girl would be happy to go. Jeez, if it's going to end up like this, I wish I've gone out with a girl just once. Wonder what time this story takes place. Like, couldn't he just search up on the internet? Honestly, please do not take offense, but there's something wrong with you. Your plan to take a rest is fine, but can you not even have a plan for that rest? Does anyone have the internet in this place? I don't think they do. Maybe the internet just doesn't exist in this universe. Oh, Saber enters her scolding mode. This is the first time she started to complain about something outside of the dojo. I knew she was irritated not being able to, being up for this, and being looked at by curious eyes, but I didn't think she was this irritated. I've always wanted to object to your lack of planning. You're closely aware of everyone around you, but you treat yourself too carelessly. As a result, you yourself have to pay the price for this discrepancy. Are you listening to me, Shiro? I am. So basically you're not happy about being here right now, right? Well, she was forced outside, so I would say not. I wouldn't think so. Well, it's naturally you wouldn't like it, since it's pretty obvious it's going to be boring going anywhere with me. You're feeling sorry for yourself? It is not that, but I'm saying now is not the time to be doing such things. I know that too, but I won't listen since I've already decided to have you accompany me today. I won't change my mind no matter what. So you selfishly brought her out here, then you tried to guilt trip her. I look at Saber. Saber just looks back at me in shock. But I'll listen if you have something to say. I'm sure you have complaints, so tell me them right now. I won't have to worry about making you unhappy if you do so. If you say you don't want to go on a date, I'll think of something else. No, I do not think you need to go that far. Saber averts her gaze and runs out of words. You have no complaints, then let's go. You have no requests, so don't get mad at me wherever we go. I'm considering an ordinary place like an aquarium. I decided and grabbed Saber's hand. Okay. Hey Shiro, I have no complaints, but there is no need to hold my hand. We're going to do it at an aquarium, look at fish. So we'll be running for a while. I'll show you the way. Follow me. It's like a zoo. What's the point of going there? No, I can't do so in a situation like this. I start to run without waiting for Saber's reply. Since I've talked big to Saber, I can't misbehave now. No, act miserable. There. I just have to take it to every possible place I can think of. I run holding Saber's hand. She must have accepted that Saber finally stops complaining and follows me quietly. Well, it's still before 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'll make the 2 hours before lunchtime worthwhile and surprise her. Okay. For some reason, the 2 hours went by like a storm. The shopping center. We went to a boutique I usually don't go to, and we played bowling while I taught her the rules. I couldn't find an aquarium, but we had some birds in a park. And we went to an antique store, and I think it was best not to go to the movie theater. Anyways, I kept taking her to places a girl might like for the past 2 hours, and there were many results, honorable defeats and total defeats. But I don't think this is what people would call a date. This is more like a contest, a fight to the death, where the first one to give up loses. It's a thing. Saber is the usual, same as usual, no matter where I take her, and she's sometimes goes quiet and so quiet that I seriously started wondering if she's really mad. okay? She gets no reaction, so I become desperate to make her happy. The next place I take her to. This is not to become, obstinate and making Saber smile about, and, ran around different places all morning, but it's already noon without much success. Okay, are you gonna go home now? So as Saber just reminded me it's time for lunch, I decided to take a short break, but... What was that noise? What is this place? I complained once we're sitting at a table. Oh. I recommend the restaurant by the river if you're going to have lunch. That was the only advice Tosaka gave me last night. Interested and chose this place, but I never thought it'd be so, uh, fastuous. I look at the menu. Fortunately, the menu has a version in Japanese as well, so I have no problem reading it. The trouble is I don't understand what kind of food it is, for the names and the prices are outrageous. Am I at Mars? I seriously don't know what I should order. I go looking at the menu. Shiro, did you not... Did we not come by here to eat lunch? I hear a rather frail voice from the other side of the table. Yeah, but it's too different from what I'm used to. I raise my head and then... It was Saber with an expression like a concerned rabbit. Saber, you cannot relax. Let us return to the mansion. Mansion? I prefer the food you prepare, Shiro. I live in a mansion? You mean you want to go home? I agree. No, I do not want to go back home, but today has been really exhausting, so I'm more tired than usual. Really, I see, I thought about going out into town again after eating, but if you're tired, we can rest here for a while. No, that is not what I meant. Tired was not the right word. I meant should have been what? Saber stopped. A small gurgling sound was fortunately small enough that only I could hear it. She was tired. Oh, if she was hungry, she could have just told me. Excuse me, so in other words, I'm saying that it would be helpful for us to have lunch quickly. How is that in other words? Roger, yeah, it's no fun, but let's order something safe and get our food quickly. It's simple if we want our light snacks. I ordered 2 things from the lunch menu and decided to eat quickly. What did you order? It's a single flour. I consider what to do in the afternoon while drinking the after meal coffee. What I learned this morning is that if anything physically is not good, Saber gets serious when it comes to contests. That's good for me, but it makes Saber stand out even more. After we finish the game, Saber gets angry because she caught all the attention she wanted to avoid. So, we should avoid anywhere that involves moving around. Hey Saber, I'm asking for the second time, but is there anywhere you want to go? Me? No, there's not. I cannot tell, so I'll leave it up to you. You should go to the arcade. I don't know. At least you can do something a bit more interesting. Saying so, Sable lifts her teacup. Sable ordered English tea and it seems she really likes the taste. We don't have much English tea at my place, and even if we did, it's all instant tea bags. It seems Sable was a bit dissatisfied with the drinks at my house, as she seems to like English tea. I should put that into consideration starting tonight. Alright, the Holy Grail was about to end, so a bit late. Saber's sitting there and drinking tea. She doesn't seem happy or bored. If I had to use one word to describe her, it'd be that she looks natural. She drinks her tea sitting up straight in the shadows of this streaming sunlight. Even though this is the first time I've seen such a thing, it doesn't seem strange. It feels like I've seen such a scene before. Have you? Why do I feel that? I don't know. The Saber I know is a tense girl who's always holding a sword and fighting. Oh, I see. But it's only natural. I also know her attitude. After she lets go of her sword, once she stops fighting, Saber has always been calm and gentle. Scene looks, natural rather than new because this is her true nature. I'm attached to appear she is as a swordsman. It is natural for Saber to be like this. Rather, it's abnormal for her to hold a sword at all. What do you mean? I once thought in my dreams that she wasn't suited for fighting. Why do you keep saying that? What do you mean? I don't think I'm wrong. No matter how superior techniques or no matter how many battles she's experienced, as long as she is who she is, it can't have been comfortable. How can't it be a comfortable place to be? But this is natural. Saber is resting, not holding a sword. This calm scene is the way she should be. What? What? What's this? What's this music? I don't know. We do the same thing in the afternoon. I go to every place I can think of, and Saber follows me silently, but it's not as painful as it was this morning. I don't know if it's because I'm used to it or whatever, but Saber's complying. Saber isn't talkative, but if I look closely, her expression is unlike it when she's mad. There's a feeling of accomplishment and happiness when I see Saber leave his shop with light steps. Okay. So, considering many factors that might make Saber happy from many angles. What's this? You know the Holy Grail war to worry about? This isn't the right time for this. I'm a bit dubious, but how does... Tell me that this shop will be best suited for Saber. What made you so sure of that? Has Saber given any inkling to liking this kind of stuff? Well, one time she liked a tiger. So maybe actually. What? Maybe you should have went to a zoo then. Saber stands there dumbfounded. I don't know if her shoulders are shaking because she's angry or because she's deeply moved. Shiva, this is the biggest stuffed animal shop in town. I've never been here before since we're not allowed in. Of course there's actually a rule like that, but since there are only women and no men, it's like an unwritten rule. What? To prove it, there are only girls in here. The girl ahead Saber is being stared at, but being a guy I'm being glared at. I'm sure they want to time me not to come into their sanctuary. I feel the same way. I would not approve of men entering this place. Well, let's ignore everything and look around since we're here, Saber. Is there an animal you like? Why? Why are people allowed to come to this place? It was the biggest shop. But if you wanted to buy a bear, I feel that lions and panthers are lovely, but is that strange? She asked with upturned eyes. When I got that bad ending, you were riding a tiger and you killed everyone. I look away instantly. I contain my laughter. The funny thing is, Saber is strange for thinking she's strange for thinking lions are cute. Is that not a strange thought? Lions are deadly. Sure, that gesture was unnatural. I feel unreasonably angry, but perhaps it is just my imagination. I'm sorry, liking lions is like you, so I had to laugh. What does that mean? How dare you laugh at other people's preferences? There's nothing wrong with lions. I'm telling you I'm sorry, I'll take you somewhere good as an apology, so don't get mad. Confusing. I go into this store while trying to hold my laughter. Well, it looks like the stuffed animals are that way. So, it's taken about an hour to go around the store. I looked at Saber staring at the stuffed animals and felt really nervous with the girls there. Anyway, it was the most tiring hour so far. Alright, but the worst part is we've only looked through half the store. Have you not found the tigers yet? It took us this long to look at just half of it because Saber was frequently paralyzed. I mean, Saber kept staring down at stuffed animals. It looks like Saber is interested in the other half too, so I'll have to accompany her. Okay. Shiva, why are you sighing? Are you tired from walking? Yes. Yeah, I'm a bit tired. I'm usually not so weak, but this space is special, I guess. I shouldn't be doing things I'm not accustomed to. I let out a big sigh. I don't mind being looked at by other people while walking with Saber, but girls' only place like this is really uncomfortable. Boredom sometimes tires one's body. How about you? This must be your first time in a place like this. Tell me if you're tired. I can certainly do not to feel calm, but you look more comfortable, not just here, but you seemed this way in this previous store and the store before that. Yes, because I hate being with you, Saber. Let's get on with the Holy Grail War, which is the more important thing to do. We still got Archer, and Lancer to worry about. Not about these things. I do not want to think this, but are you choosing places you do not wish to go to? Indeed. For me, Sabre's words are enough to cast away my worries. What do you mean? What were you worrying about? You were worried about everything. You just said you were tired. Yeah, to be honest, I'm choosing places I don't like. As I thought, why do you continue to choose places you aren't familiar with, you will? Well, because these places are kinds of places are suitable for girls. I'm the one that started this whole thing today. And today's your day as well. Okay, you kind of kidnapped them, but whatever. Not kidnap, you forcefully brought them here. And it's not that uncomfortable either. It's fine since people since you're with me, I said you should go with me, so people might get jealous. But I'll never be out of place. How ridiculous! I'm a servant, even though I'm not armed. You do not treat me as a woman just because we're not fighting. Please treat me as a servant as usual. Cool. It's the same. You wanna continue with the Holy Grail War now? You're the ridiculous one. Your girl to begin with. It's not like I'm treating you differently today. Am I acting any differently? She's going to die after the war. Why are you doing this? What kind of wish are you gonna make to preserve her? I don't think she wants that, at least not at the moment. Oh, in astonishment, Saber opens her mouth as if she just realized that. No, you are the same. You are acting the same as always, Shiro. Yeah, so you don't need to worry about me. So let's just go. We're going to buy the ones you like the most, so we have to go look at the remaining half. I take Saber's hand. Saber silently follows me. Aren't you getting tigers? How is it so hard to find them? I just fired it. It has been like this from the start, but I did not realize it until this moment. Yes. You didn't realize I was just regarding you as a swordsman until this moment? How? She murmurs to herself. The unusual day goes by quickly. Saber never laughed, nor could I laugh from my heart. It's not like there were any memorable moments, nor were it boring enough that I regret doing it. To be frank, this was nothing. Sarah might have been happy if we stayed at the mansion and trained together, but today wasn't bad. It wasn't? It wasn't fun or boring, but I can be proud of it in the end. After the battle is over and everything goes back to normal, it would be too sad if all the time Saber and I had spent fighting. Even if it's something stupid, she has to spend some time not fighting, but there's no point in her being here. The purpose of being here is to get the Holy Grail. What are you talking about? Can I be proud of myself for now? Why would you be proud of yourself? You didn't accomplish anything. The end is near. When everything comes to an end, and when there's no more need to fight, instead of remember this moment to remember that this happened, that alone is enough for me to be proud of. Say if it does become a servant, I'm not sure if her memories will be from before she got the Holy Grail or after she got the Holy Grail. Like, where's the reset point? And if it's after, does that mean she'll just remember this one day? Is that your plan? Do. We go home on foot because Saber said, let us walk home. Just as I described decided to go home by bus. Okay, go on this thing again. Are you gonna think about going on another date with Saber even though there's no point and you're going to die? There's some wind now. The vivid setting sun is lighting the bridge red, not the bright. Actually, you didn't die. No one even attacks you. Oh, yeah, oh. Saber notices something and stops. Oh, is it an enemy? He's watching a mountain of rubble. It's not that tall, even though it's a mountain of rubble. Steel frames and the likes are piled up to the water surface and are slightly distorting the flow of the river. I don't know why, but it seems like a ship sank or something, and pieces of it have blown into the mountain. I hear that the local residents have been demanding its removal for a long time since it damages the beautiful site. Let me guess, it was been there since 10 years ago, and Saber's responsible. What's wrong, Saber? Didn't that catch your attention? I was noticing that as still remains because that was I was the cause of it. I used enough phantasma, yeah, having fought underwater in the previous war. The only damages was that the river dried up, but I also destroyed the ship that was unfortunately anchored there. Huh? You mean Excalibur? It was Saber's fault. Yes, but unfortunately nobody was on board and the damage was minimal. The river is back to normal, so you should not get so mad. You cause people anguish. How could you do this, Saber? I regret it as well. Regret using your door for Phantasma? Why do you care? I should watch out. How did it take care on to use no Phantasma in an open area like this? Isn't that why you didn't use it in the house anyway? Shiro, are you still mad? No, I'm not mad. I was just surprised. I was just thinking how many traces there are from the last war. The organ in the river shouldn't be a problem compared to the wasteland in that park. Well, I guess it was unfortunate for the owner of that ship. He used to not worry as Kimisugu was said the owner had insurance and he parked the ship there as a buffer so he could use the ship as a wall to reduce the power of no phantasma. Also, you destroyed the ship knowing it was there? I did not know. Kimisugu prepared it without telling me. I think Kimisugu knew how the battle would turn out, and I did not notice since he never said anything before or after he prepared the ship. Did he own the ship and he had insurance on it? Sarah looked down at the river yearningly. The water reflects the sunset. I don't think insurance covers Excaliburs. The wind coming from the river is a bit strong and floated Saber's hair. Is it because she looks beautiful like that, with her hair fluttering? Saber, did you have fun today? No. I was assaulted by a sudden fear that Saber might just disappear, and that's something I don't need to ask. She is going to disappear after the war's over. How? What are you talking about? How did you say something, Shiro? Yes, I asked if you had fun today. She gasped. Saber opens her eyes in amazement. Yeah, I would be lying if I said this was not new to me. That doesn't mean you had fun. She says so in a voice of hope, as if such a thing will never happen again. Yes, it's true, it will never happen again. I knew what her answer would be. All I can do now is just nod and go home. Everything can return to the way it was, just like that. Honestly, if you want Saber to keep living, you have to lose the Holy Grail War, don't you? I see, I'm not looking at Saber. Then let's go again. It's not like this has to be the last time. I say something I won't be able to take back. Saber freezes. She must have realized that what I want to say. She shakes her head looking directly at me as if saying there won't be a next time. Yeah, obviously. As if this mistake is only for today. Why? I know Saber's answer, but he asked not liking the answer I expect. I don't even need to explain. Servants exist to fight. A day like today is merely denying my own existence. I bet since you decided to take a rest, but I believe resting should not be necessary from now on. What's wrong with Shiro? Seriously, what's wrong with this guy? She looks at me with eyes full of fire. As Saber is saying she will start fighting right now if I ordered it. Yeah, that causes me to get mad about all the things I can't approve of. Stop being mad so much. Just calm down. So with that, you really want to fight that much? What's up? What? I don't get what she was talking about. She's a servant. It's kind of a job. Of course I draw close to the Holy Grail the more I fight, but I should be prioritized over everything. You should know that as well. Yeah, I understand, that's why it's strange. I've always wanted to say this, but you're contradicting yourself. You say fighting is important, but you don't like fighting. You're fighting against your will because there's no other way, right? Well, that's not true. I do not hesitate to fight. I've already told you that I will do anything to win. Yes, she did say that, but that's not a reason to like fighting. As far as you manage it, right? Look, Saber. If you just want to defeat other masters and obtain the Holy Grail, you can just attack people and take their power, but you don't want to do that, right? Well, that's kind of different, but whatever. That is, it's not that you don't want to involve innocent people. You know enough that people will be dying once you start fighting. That's why you want to minimize the battle. People will die if you fight, so you want to end the battle as quickly as possible. In other words, you're fighting with the victims. Okay. After opening her eyes as if she's gonna go, she grits her teeth and straightens her stare. You're wrong, I do not fear battle. Yeah, I don't think you were ever scared because an individual's fear must have been suppressed by what you call the King's mission. King's mission. But you still fear battles. You're strong and good at fighting, but that's not a talent you ever wanted, right? Isn't it? I'll say this honestly, fighting doesn't suit you. You must have hated even pulling out that sword. You claim that fighting is your only objective. It's just an excuse to try to deceive yourself. It's so simple. Why didn't you or anyone around you notice it? Where's he getting this information from? Shiva, I will not tolerate any more insults even from you. You can't stand it because it's the truth. You won't be able to fight anymore if you admit it. What's he talking about? Shiva. She grits her teeth. Saber glares at me in anger. I can't back away. If I believe I'm right, I can't run away. But you're not right. You're never right. So you should stop. You want to stop too, right? You must know fighting doesn't suit you, so just quit it. Stop being a servant and do something that suits you. You can't stop being a servant. What do you mean? My purpose is to fight the Holy Grail. If she doesn't desire the Holy Grail anymore, she'll stop appearing in the first place. Isn't that how the deal works? She needs to regain the happiness she should have had as a human. For that I have ridiculous. I have no choices besides fighting. I only exist to obtain the Holy Grail. I swim my bite to fulfill my promise as a king. I cannot any other use for myself. I only exist to obtain the Holy Grail. That annoys me so much. But why did she say such ridiculous things like that? As if to convince herself. Well, she does only exist to obtain the Holy Grail. What are you talking about? Everyone around her took her words because she just kept saying things like that. You idiot, that's not true. There are infinite ways. You're here and different from before. Joe, what are you talking about? You aren't making sense. So you have to live for yourself. You don't make any mistakes and don't use the Holy Grail. Don't use the Holy Grail. The final wish you permitted. Don't use it for people you don't care about. If you're here, you need to be happy here. I hear the wind. Saber doesn't answer. She doesn't even nod. Didn't you want to be a hero, Shiro? And now you're saying that people don't matter if you don't know them. She doesn't even nod. She just looks back at me. I can accept your words. I made a contract to obey you, but I did not give you my heart, master. She replies with a strong voice. Okay. I cannot forsake my oath as a king. There's a duty I must fulfill as the king. Why is there's like such a big thingy over here? I'm not fulfilling I'm not filling this out. King Arthur's goal is to obtain the Holy Grail. Even if I achieve that goal, I will not return to being Autoria. I've only ever had one wish, though this wish has never changed since I pulled out the sword. Why, that's not a thing you have to do. It's wrong for you to be unrewarded for your actions. You don't need the Holy Grail, and Saber's wish won't come true. It's impossible to erase everything that's happened. Saber, you can't redo what's already done. No, I think it's something you mustn't do. You should already know that. But that is not true, I'll tell you. However bad the result, you can't change what's happened. We didn't want to redo something because you can't. You couldn't do it. It's just childish selfishness. Our words end there. Saber doesn't say anything, and I do not have anything to say. The wind has stopped as well. No, the wind hasn't stopped. It only died down for a second. Is it a servant? Another sound of wind, just as I feel the wind on my cheeks. I thought you would understand, Shiro. Shiro doesn't understand anything. The wind has changed into a what? A heat wind. Is that all you wanted to say after wasting this meaningless day. A cold voice. It contains only rejection. Not be so conceited. What makes you think you understand me? You have no right to invade me. Do not fight. What are you saying when you need me to protect you? Please give me that nonsense after you are able to fight on your own. No, I do not think that will ever occur. No, it's not nonsense. It is nonsense. Think about yourself. That goes for you as well. You do not consider your life. You say I'm mistaken, but you're even more mistaken. Only corpses consider others more important than themselves. How can a fool who does not know the value of his own life address me so? Saber, did I annoy you? Then I will not mind if you dissolve your contract with me. You do not need the Holy Grail anyway. I will defeat the remaining masters by myself and obtain the Holy Grail myself. I feel like you're gonna get yourself killed, but whatever. If you're not fight, you can go and hide somewhere far away. Saber, are you serious? I ask with a trembling voice. My teeth are chattering because I'm suppressing my emotions. What emotions are you suppressing? Just win the Holy Grail war. It's not that hard. Of course, my only goal is the Holy Grail. Everything else is unnecessary. You're no exception, Shiro. The hammer comes down. I have my head going wild, stop myself raising my fist. Raising your fist, are you gonna hit her? Blockhead, fine. If you want to fight, go ahead and do what you want. I don't care anymore. But I can't stop my emotions. I yell what sounds like an excuse and run away from Saber. I get away from her, but for a moment, I think I see Saber standing there absent-mindedly. I guess. Can you not get away from your servant? Damn it, I run. I keep running out knowing what's so vexing or maddening. Anything else is unnecessary, you're no exception, Shiro. I gritted my teeth hard and stopped myself from yelling out. Just remember it makes me white out and I might run into a pole or something. Then don't do that. It would be easy if I could do that. Can you not leave your servant? During the Holy Grail War, you're going to die. No, it would be easy if I could do that. If I was just angry at Saber, I could just take it out on something. But that's not the cause of this fury. It's not just Saber that I'm mad at. Who else are you mad at? It's so vexing and I keep running so hard because I hate how weak I am. Saber was standing there absent-mindedly. The words she said just as the wind changed directions. Although you don't understand, Shiro. Damn it, you idiot, I don't understand. I spit that out, then regretted so much that I almost fell. What was it about? A voice like a farewell that sounded like a cry. When I think of it, maybe those words were the only honest thing she said. Those words murmured with her head hung. A voice of hope, disappointment, and wishes. Then, who was the betrayer and who was the betrayed? You were the betrayer. You shouldn't feel betrayed. Saber didn't even do anything. I run into my room and shut the door. I collapse. I don't want to stand up. I don't want to lie down and go to sleep. But my body is still burning. My heart feels like it's splitting open and my lungs are desperate for air. Oh, are you dying? I ran full speed from the bridge to come here. My body must be exhausted. I haven't run enough emotionally. My body is telling me to calm down. I slowly calm down. I take a deep breath and let it out. Oh. This isn't gonna end well, is it? I'm only a bad ending, I think. And after I settle my breathing, what that fills my head is the question not why I was enraged. Did I not progress my relationship enough with Saber, so I'm gonna get a bad end? I don't even have to think about it. I've run as if throwing something off because I'm so powerless. I can't save Saber. That fact is so vexing that I was angry at myself. I can't do anything. I promised to make her laugh. I promised to protect her, but I can't do anything. That makes me furious. But what can I do? It's useless for anyone to say anything if Saber herself doesn't want happiness. That's why I tried hard, so she'd be able to find her own happiness. But she told me that that was meaningless, and on top of that, she called me a fool. A fool who doesn't even know the value of his own life, huh? What can I do when she says that? I value my life as well, and I don't want to do anything that might endanger it. I don't believe that. But this has nothing to do with Saber. I think it's unfair for her to bring it up there. No matter how stupid I am, I'm sure Saber's wrong. Wow. But if she denies me like that, I can't do anything. She was the worst. Damn it, man. She can do whatever she likes. I turn over and lie on my stomach. The floor is the only view, so I close my eyes and black out my mind. Are you going to sleep? That's it. I don't care about Saber anymore. If the Holy Grail was important to her, she can go marry it. What is this? She's so obstinate that she doesn't understand. After I told her this much, I'll be burned if I associate with her anymore. I shall be burned if she associates with you anymore. I'll be seriously hurt. I've already been hurt though, not just burned. I met her, fought with her many times, and I even saw into the depths of her heart. Depths of her heart to survive. The heart I remember the light deep within her. Why do I recall such a thing at a time like this? The faraway plain memories of that girl left behind. I recall that beauty won't matter what Saber says. Something only used to fight. Then don't show your weak parts. Anyway, Saber is unfair. I don't know what's so unfair, but I think it's unfair that I don't know what's unfair. I can't hate her even though I'm this mad, and the more I try to ignore her, the more I can't. It's such a contradiction. Her whole existence is unfair. I can't hate her no matter what. Damn it, I guess the one who's in love loses. You're in love? But I can't help it. If I can't give up no matter how useless she tells me it is, I have to keep trying until the end. Ugh. No matter how much Saber hates to reject it, if I believe I'm right. Stop saying if you believe you're right, you aren't right. I thought you would let a sad Shiro. I remember her face about to cry. In the future, will Saber made that kind of face every time I repeat this? Repeat this? What? But still, I can't agree no matter what. Wait, are you gonna wish for a loop from the start of this? Even if I'm wrong and Saber's right, if she's really important to me, I can never apologize to her. You're not right. I thought I heard a sound. When did the sun set? The room is dark. Sound of a second hand on the clock is annoying. Hey, how long are you going to sleep? I need you to wake up. Wake up already. It's past 10 o'clock. Lee is bugging me to get dinner ready, so wake up and keep a company. An angry voice that wakes me up completely. Hey, Tosaka. Past 10. I get up quickly. Yep, 10:17 to be exact. It's way past dinner time. Tosaka looks flabbergasted. Sorry, I fell asleep. I'll go right away. So, wait for me in the living room. That's fine, but where's Saber? Well, if she's not here, she must be in the dojo or the living room. She's not home. Shiro, I'm asking you because she's not here. Tosaka is serious, and that tells me the situation in an instant. She's not back? Oh, you did just leave on the thing and she told you she was gonna participate in the Holy Grail War by herself. Hold on, Shiro, what do you mean by that? Tosaka runs out of the room after me. I don't have time to explain. I ran outside ignoring Tosaka's words behind. You're not gonna make dinner? Even though Ilya was complaining? Why? The town is quiet. A war like yesterday where all signs of people have vanished. I don't have enough composure to think of it. To think it's strange now. Saber isn't back. To come to think of it, that's only natural. We argued so much. She said she would fight by herself, so considering her personality, she really would go and fight by herself. Saber could be anywhere. It's possible that I won't find out that she's fighting Lancer right now. Well, you can tell if she's fighting Lancer by looking at the mark on your hand. But still, I came here first. The air by the river is cold. The park is so cold that it feels like frost is packed here. My breath is white and my cheeks and ears hurt. It's so cold here, so how cold must it be on the bridge where the wind from the river rises? I don't know. This is where she is standing. Still. Right where I fled from her. Saber's looking out the river, not doing anything. Why were you standing here for a couple hours, Saber? Is she looking at the long-gone sunset? Her gaze is distant, seems to be watching a red horizon that has already disappeared. I thought you were going to fight the Holy Grail in the Holy Grail War. What are you doing? That makes me realize she's strong yet so weak. Her gallant figure must be proof that she could live without anyone's help. Okay. But she's also so weak that my hand might go through her if I reach out. If she can't do it alone, but she defends her pride until the end. That's why it was the same for me watching this as stars that cannot be reached. But she stares the distance, sad as if she knows nothing else. I can't leave her alone. If I lose, it was a complete loss for me. It made me swear to myself that I would never let her make such a face. I walk on the bridge, making a sound, but Saber doesn't notice. I walk towards her in silence and stand next to her. Maybe she's already dead. Saber, you'll freeze if you stay out here. She jumped. She must finally have noticed me. Oh, hi, Saber. Shiro? No. Saber turns around as if to question me. What are you doing out so late? I don't know. Sasaki was worried since she didn't come home. Yeah, not me, I don't care. I see I should apologize to her. It's fine, but, why were you here? Why does it matter since it was easy for me to find you? I was still here because I did not know where to go. You told me to do as I wished, so I tried to do so. But I could not think what I should do or where I should want to go. So I was thinking all this time about where I should be going. She speaks like a lost child. She just feels guilty as Saber keeps averting her gaze. We did have a big fight. But it's your fault. So that's your fault to think I'm still mad. Why are you blaming Saber? It's your fault. Sorry, please tell Rin. It's just hurt me very much. I should return to you once I defeat Lance and obtain the Holy Grail, so until then. If she's saying she'll wander around without a place to return to, what are you talking about? You're coming to my house, right? I prepared your bed and your food. You have not. You ran out to prepare any food. But you said you do not understand me. That's right, I don't know what you're thinking. So saying, I take Saber's hand. You didn't make any food, why are you lying? Shiro, let's go home. Even a servant will catch a cold if they stay out this long. Let's hurry back and eat something warm. Like you could have said that you would make food, but you didn't. You said you've already prepared it. But I won't apologize to you. If you have any complaints, tell me now. I say so really looking away from Saber. You won't apologize even though this is all your fault? And you're blaming Saber for everything? She looks at me astonished. She looks like she wants to apologize if I ignore her. That must have worked on her. Saber doesn't say anything and follows while holding my hand. Okay. Do. We come down from the bridge and into the park. It's 11 o'clock. There's no one in the park, but it's already decorated with things like fountains and streetlights. Are we gonna get attacked? Maybe. We keep walking. Saber's walking slowly. She was standing on that bridge for more than 5 hours. Must have been cold. She must be freezing and be tired as well. She falls forwards sometimes as I pull her by the hand. Well, you actually realize that she might be cold. I can't believe this. Usually you would just completely ignore the fact that she might be cold. And you just make some dumb comment about how it's all Saber's fault that she was in the cold. And how she should have known better. Should have walked slowly, Saber. You don't seem to be doing well. I turn around to check on her. No, I feel fine. It's just that it's not because of Rin, but it really seems like a Ren of ours if we were holding hands like this. I'm not saying that right still, but whatever. So, hearing that, I feel my face burn up in an instant. What are you doing, Shiro? You have to get home and make food for Ilya. How could you forget this? Yeah, I should let it... should I let go? I mean, if you don't like it. No, this is fine. Your hand is warm and very comforting. If you say so. Our conversation ends right there. I walk on to hide my embarrassment. Saber's signing accompanies me, but how much further is it to the mansion, did you forget? I feel embarrassed by the warmth in my hands as I leave the park. Many things happen today, but if it ends with this warmth, I can change religion and start to pray with that priest. For that instant, I think so. What? Where are you going? Do not take what is mine, kid. Oh, finally, it's Archer. Meet someone we never should have met. This is all your fault, Shiro. My happy mind freezes in an instant. Goosebumps fall over my body and my thoughts won't move as if it's forgotten how to breathe. It's just shit. It might be the same for Saber behind me. Her hand holds me tight, just as I feel an unavoidable death. Saber too feels an inconceivable desperation. Inconceivable. Yeah. I have kept you waiting, Saber. I have come for you as promised. He's doing something different. His voice sounds like it's sneering. Haughty and merciless. I can feel no human emotion in his arrogance. None that has, ever considered the opinions of others. Why, he's just like you. Archer. My voice is shaking. The golden servant, the unknown heroic spirit who, swept away the bone creatures and cast herself without any difficulty. And that monster's in front of us. He's so close to us, at a distance with, which we could start fighting if we wanted to face a death greater than Berserker. What's wrong, Saber? I have come specifically for you. Okay. It would be rude to stay silent. Oh, okay. Or do you intend to play around for a bit before you become mine, King of Knights? Archer stifles his laughter happily. His eyes aren't happy looking at me. He's only watching Saber. With his rude red eyes, he's looking at her as if he, evaluating a work of art. Saber's presence changes. She must have prepared herself. Unlike me, unable to remove a finger, she's overly glaring at the enemy servant. Well, you don't have any equipment on, Saber. Sure, I will block his first attack no matter what, but please retreat from here in that time. I know how hard that is, but that is all I can manage against this servant. My back asked me to forgive her. Even Saber can only manage to block his first attack. The chances of success of retreating from a guy like this is low. Saber is asking for my forgiveness for that low chance, probably. She knows that she sure has no way to defeat that servant. She can't do that. This is different from when we fought Berserker. For some reason I know that making Saber fight the servant would be bad. No, I may know the reason. I felt it when I saw no Phantasma last night. Saber will not be able to beat this man no matter what. It's not about skill as a swordsman. Before that, the prerequisites are wrong. As long as they are heroic spirits, no heroic spirit will be able to beat him. No, you're the one who's running away, Saber. Shiro? You're gonna 1v1 this person with no abilities? Okay. I cover Saber and face Archer. Oh yeah, you had a master, huh? He was so shabby that I thought he was a dog or something. He says happily. The man raises his hand and slowly brings his fingers together. Okay, I feel sick. I'll be killed if I don't retreat right now. There's no reason or logic behind it. I just feel instinctively that I'll be killed if I stay in front of him and go, Saber. The church is nearby. I should be able to shelter you in against him. What? Why would you think that? I push Saber away and run as if shaking off the premonition of death attacking me. There's only one thing to do. I'll run after him and project Saber's sword like when I fought Berserker and I'm a dead person. My body flies. What happened? The instant that man clicked his fingers, something appeared right beside me. Ow. I can tell it was a big hammer and I was smashed away, flying across the ground like trash. I I can't move. I feel like all the bones in my body are broken. I can't feel my limbs and my pain is numbed. I can't even tell if I'm alive or not. Okay. I will not kill you. Saber will disappear if I killed you now. It is against my will, but I shall let you live until the Holy Grail appears. The man laughs. Okay. I move my hands to try to get up, but my body won't move at all. My blood isn't flowing. It feels like the energy to move my body has stopped reaching my limbs. But do not be conceited, mongrel. There are ways to let a servant stay in this world without you. It's just that, this is the most troublesome state. I'll kill you if you annoy me. Don't annoy him then. That kills my mind. He will kill me. If I move anymore, he will do so without hesitation. How could anyone move after being told that? Shiro? Saber tries to run at me. Where are you going? There's no one left to intrude. That piece of shit is not the man you should be running to. But the man won't allow that. He stands before me and waits for Saber to come at him. Oh, perfect. This is the perfect opportunity to attack. Saber stops and glares at the man. There's about 10 meters between them. It's a distance Saber would be able to close it instantly, but... Huh? It seems you're not willing to come to me. I find that hard to understand. A heroic spirit like you must know how valuable it is to be chosen by me. Nonsense, I am a king. Even though I am a heroic spirit, I will not submit to you. Okay. Is that so? Even if you're a king, you're still a woman. It should be a woman's joy to be held down, be violated, so why do you refuse? It's not like you're a virgin. Are you scared to become mine? You do not resent me. I do not only take, I shall give you pleasure equally. If you want to become mine, I will literally give you everything in this world. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be a hate scene, but I have them turned off. So I guess she's not. But proud I have accepted that you have such value. The man moves. He opens his arms as if to accept Saber. That is right. You do not need to be a guardian, nor will you return to your point of death. I will say this once more, Saber, be mine. Let us enjoy our second life in this world. I refuse. I have no interest in such things, and most of all, I do not want to live with you. She does not nod or retreat. She looks at Archer head on. Okay. He stops. I don't know what's so funny, but the man starts laughing. Geez, this is what I would expect from the woman I chose. Yes, there must be at least one that will not obey me. At least one? So, okay. Does that say something about his history? Alright, then I shall do so by force. After I obtain the Holy Grail, I shall pour the contents onto you. Rejoice, Saber, you will not need your master after that. You will be taking all the power of the omnipotent vessel. You should not be familiar to humans like the servants. The man says so with satisfaction. To that Saber replies, Archer, what is your intention? He just told you. She must have realized that fighting is the only way. Saber asks for her enemy's reason at the end, but the man's answer is an unexpected one. Intention? I do not remember. Unfortunately, I have obtained everything, so there's nothing I wish for. What then? Do you not seek the Holy Grail? Well, he did say he seeked it a couple seconds ago. The Holy Grail, oh, immortality. Well, I gave that to the snake. You gave immortality to a snake? Saber's presence frees. What was that conversation? Saber shakes her head and tries to deny the words. Immortality. Snake. I don't know. But Uh, this world is interesting. The basic principles did not change, but the decorations are so elaborate that it seems different when it has come this far. In this case, it will be too bad to reign over this world. Yes, I think this is my attention. It will let me do that. Effectively, the Holy Grail is not without use. Snakes. Snakes, 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 snakes. The desire to rule, you are despicable archer. You seek the Holy Grail for such a purpose. I do not seek it. Everything in this world is mine. I just do not like others using what is mine. You too should hate having your body used by strangers, King of Knights. Your holy sword. Oh, I said the wrong thing. Saber's body grows misty. After a brief flash, Saber is wearing her silver armor. Oh, that man does not even move. In the next instant, Saber dashes forward. She runs up to the man instantly and slashes her invisible sword with deadly speed. Are you gonna attack from behind? The pale Saber jumps backwards. If Saber's armor is materialized from her magical energy, his armor must be the same as well. In the short battle, the enemy has already armed himself. Saber looks calmly at Archer, holding a sword ready. Even with her stare, the man does not stop smiling. Are you going to create a sword like you said earlier? Or are you just gonna sit there and do nothing? Right, I shall allow you to oppose me, Saber. The enemy happily announces the beginning of the battle. The white lights run through the darkness. Saber running up to the golden knight, without hesitation slashes his sword down, surrounded by lightning. One blow, two blows, 3, 4. Each time Saber's sword finds the enemy, a blinding light is released. Combination like a strobe. It's just like when I first saw Saber when she fought Lancer. Saber drives magic energy into her sword and strikes when it strikes it like lightning. The sword and the armor clash. The man hasn't even drawn his weapon yet. Saber's sword in front of him. He is just protecting his head with his hands. That man does not have the skill to block Saber's sword. Saber's much better than this man's sword techniques. He just has really strong armor. Except for that, Saber's sword is invisible. Even if that man has a weapon, I don't think he would be able to block that invisible sword. The invisible sword keeps hitting the man's armor. The sword smashes against the armor, shaves it and letting off lightning sparks. All the man can do is to protect his head with his hands. Okay, go sideways. This isn't even a match. This is just a one-sided elimination. But still the golden armor retains its shape. Even if the armor is free from damage, even after taking Saber's attacks too many times, could it be that his no phantasma, his golden armor, be his golden armor? I guess any more than that would be bad. You certainly do have a large supply of magical energy. My armor does not give out often, but the enemy who was merely defending raises his arm, not towards Saber. I don't know why, but the man raises his hand to the night sky and... I see. Enough playing around, offer me your body right now. So, do you shoot like things from the sky, I'm guessing? Because that's how your last attack was. Is it an illusion in his hand? A short sword like a key in his hand. A short sword like a key. What does that mean? A short sword like a key. Short swords... What does a short sword that looks like a key look like, exactly? Saber attacks with all her power, but... I'm not sure. The enemy repels it with his dark red sword. And that is no phantasma bearing curse of vengeance? Saber distances herself and glares at her, the sword in her enemy's hand. The fact that the enemy has revealed his weapon is a threat, but at the same time it means that the enemy's attacks are revealed. It doesn't matter if the no phantasm is a sword or armor, as long as you can see it, you're able to deal with it. Saber readies us up. As the man said, his armor is at its limit. He has strong armor. He has the ability to mimic noble phantasmas, and he's someone known to sleep with many women, it seems. And was at that point, he has a sword of vengeance that looks like a key, a short sword. The saber relaunches her fierce barrage of attacks. She should be able to slash him through his armor. I don't know who he is. Even if he has brought out no phantasma, it won't make a difference to the fact that the next blow will decide the match. You should really make a sword and stab him in the back with Excalibur, and so it does like the super beam. This is it. Just to decide the match. We could not have finished before Archer. This is the perfect time to use a North Phantasma again. This is what they used it last time anyway. The sword in her hand is still invisible. Riding the Holy Sword sealed in wind, Saber stares at her enemy. It seems Saber knows more what the North Phantasma is. That's why she intentionally distances herself. And since she knows how to deal with it, she's confronting the enemy straight on. If the North Phantasmas are swords, and if the swords abilities are equal, the dancing factor will be their own swords techniques. But by that theory, Saber has to win. Well, Saber is going to lose if you don't do anything, but right then, come at me. In defense to your sword, I shall show you everything I have. The man laughs. Fine. Saber charges without hesitation. Saber's sword will clash with his armor for sure. This is I think that Black Gate of Babylon. An invisible door opens behind the man. What? Saber's body stops. The weapon the enemy takes are different from the previous dark sword. The first is an invisible sword like Saber's. As soon as Saber's defense against it, the man is holding yet another sword. The sword is made of ice. The sword is of ice. She twists her body to avoid it, but the space the sword gets through freezes. Saber retreats covered in ice. As the ice starts to break, the enemy holds a sickle-like weapon. Huh? She instantly tries to block the weapon, approaching her neck with her gauntlets, but it's useless. The sickle gets through her arm like the gauntlet isn't there, and takes away the magical energy, as if cutting away her bones and not her flesh or blood. Huh? You mean it just attacks her magical energy? And like, it cuts away her bond because it goes through her? Okay, I guess. Saber tottles, but manages to stay standing. It's a different kind of retreat now. Not to distance herself, prepare for the next attack. It's a desperate retreat just to get away from the enemy. This is impossible. Saber glares at the enemy, drawing magical energy into her arm. Many handles are floating around the man. That's what slaughters Caster, and those are no phantasma of the Golden Knight who cornered Saber. The Gate of Babylon. I don't know much about the Tower of Babylon, to be honest, so it's a scene that makes even me want to doubt my own eyes. Those handles floating behind the man are surely those of no phantasmas, not just 10 or 20. No, even though I can't see them, I can feel that they are infinite, from all times and places, as if to say that the servants has all the divine mysteries from every legend. Archer, who are you? Saber's voice is trembling. A servant will not answer when asked of their true identity, but then Resolve Phantasma is so strange that Saber has to ask, answer me, Archer. A heroic spirit can only have one no Phantasma. No, some have more, but two should be the limit. A heroic spirit with infinite no Phantasma cannot exist. Well, he only has one, which is the Tower of Babylon, I think. Cannot exist. You are jumping to conclusions, Saber. Heroic spirits no phantasmas are their weapons they had when they were alive, so this is a simple story. All in these no phantasmas are things I collected when I was alive. Are you insulting me, Archer? This is even more impossible. No matter who you are, it would be impossible for you to collect all the no phantasmas or symbols of all heroic spirits. Not such heroic spirits. No such heroic spirit exists. Saber's fight. All the no phantasmas he has are real. There are demonic swords from Northern Europe and demonic swords from South America. No hero made his name in so many places, and first of all, only Lancer has a Gaia bug. Heroic spirits, no phantasmas are the weapons they had when they were alive. By that rule, as soon as he had Gale bug, he has to be Kulian. But he isn't Kulian, I guess. So that Lance can't be Gale bug, but the thing is that is definitely the real Gale bug. This could all be explained if it was a fake, but as long as it's real, the contradiction is no hold on original, the model of the weapon. It can't be, but wait, it is possible. Myths and legends do not start from nothing. All myths have common points because a single foundation became their model. Because of legends that become objects of faith are only those that originate in that land. I think demonic swords and holy swords start having different abilities around that time. So before that, what is the no phantasmas in myths and legend has a form before they were given names. Now it seems your master is not so bad. At all it seems he has a hunch about my true identity. Eh? Saber looks towards me. So far away I can't even help her from so far away. Her body has only recovered to the point that I can barely move my fingers. Oh, this is why you weren't doing anything. But Saber, his no phantasma is real, right? Yes, it is really simple, Saber. Let me tell you about the most ancient times when the world was still one. The kingdom flourished and the king collected every treasure in the world. There was nothing he could not collect, and he lacked nothing. The king has a perfect treasury, and the massive weapons in there were never used, but instead went to sleep with the king. The story is that simple. After the king's death, the contents of the treasure room spread all over the world. They were valued because they were all splendid swords, and they eventually became no phantasmas. Do you understand the king of kings? No phantasma you use are just the king's possessions. It's like inheritance. If you go far enough, a model must exist. So it is only natural for every legend, myth, folktale, and no phantasma to have an original model. And in that distant future, it is possible to collect all the models. Then one could possess all the no phantasmas. Only one hero could correspond to that. One with origins in a legend far older than that of King Arthur or Hercules. One said to rule over ancient Mesopotamia. The half god, half human king who collected treasures as he wished and sought immortality at the end. His name was Gilgamesh, mankind's oldest king of heroes. Sabers sound shocked. I guess. The Golden Knight, Gilgamesh, accepts the shock with satisfaction. Indeed, I'm the strongest heroic spirit. You shall be no match. You shall have no match. And the Golden Knight moves forward. There's nothing else to talk about. All that remains is for him to use his many known phantasmas to defeat his enemy. Oh, you would still oppose me even after you know my name. You must know you have no chance of winning. I do not know unless I try. Even the king of heroes must have something he cannot surpass. A Saber's surroundings waver. Alright. The wind starts to twirl and become a raging gale to protect her. At the same time, the golden sword appears. No, Saber. It can't be. Saber's going to use Excalibur. Gilgamesh stops. He too must know the Holy Sword's power as his composure vanishes. I don't think he has the actual powers of the swords, he just has the weapons. Saber keeps you staring at Gilgamesh and looks in my direction for an instant. Is she telling me to run? Gilgamesh has his back to the river, and Saber is over there. It must have been when she attacked him earlier, but I believe that Saber's comforting Gilgamesh to protect me. I think she's telling you to attack him. No, you can't use it here. I pour in a strength into my limbs. Even if I try to move my numb body, all I can move is one of my arms. But if I can still collect my magic energy in my body to create my body with that one arm. Okay. Damn it. My senses were gone, but every bone in my body starts to scream once I start moving. The pain is a warning. The pain is telling me that I'll break if I move any further. I ignore it and raise my body up. I bear my pain. I don't have time to deal with it. I have to get up quickly and protect Saber. Because I have a bad feeling about this. A premonition I felt when I faced that enemy. She will not be able to beat him. The instinctual feeling that I should not let Saber fight him won't go away. A holy sword, fine. The twirling wind is now a raging storm. Even when the holy sword is shining in front of him, the golden knight does not back away. Moreover, now she used a weapon appropriate against it. He pulls an incongruous sword from the gate behind him. As a sword? That's the cause of my bad feeling. The sword does not appear in any legends. I could identify every one of the known phantasmas that were floating behind him, but I cannot tell what that sword is. The original model all know phantasms, but they're all nameless, and I am not their only possessor. Cylindrical sword. The sword is made of 3 parts, and each part is turning slowly in each different directions. It looks like a rock drill to pierce through a hard surface. Isn't that a lancer? But this is different. This sword is truly a sword that only the King of Heroes possesses. It has no name, so I just call it Ear. Are you saying we shall just compare the strengths of our known phantasmas? The light concentrates. There's only about 10 meters between them. With that distance, Gilgamesh shouldn't even be able to dodge your attack. Right, you do not need to hold back. I have always wanted to take the sword set to be the most powerful. His laughter echoes through the park. She must be considering that a provocation. Alright, I'll try to defend yourself against. Try to defend yourself against my sword. Saber's sword moves. Her lips move to say its true name. There's no way to run now. No phantasma unleashes with all its true name and smashes all its power into Gilgamesh. It's not a good idea. It's your turn. Wake up, Hera. The cylindrical sword ever roars. In response to Gilgamesh's words, the 3 blades turn with a whirling sound. If Saber's Excalibur brings a whirlwind by releasing the wind, Gilgamesh ever creates a storm by swallowing the surrounding winds. They're different. X. Saber is more experienced with the anti-castle no phantasmas. It's faster than Evan's war. Saber pours magical energy into the sword, um, up to its limit in a matter of seconds, and executes it with the greatest power, caliber. There's no hesitation. Saber produces the sword that can split a river in two. I'm guessing Gilgamesh is just gonna absorb it. Just before that, any Elish, a light of the same magnitude, takes on Excalibur's light. Yeah, I think that was a trap. I'm pretty sure he has your Excalibur's powers now. Oh. Okay. A huge impact. The raging wind knocks over trees, and the crashing light becomes an explosive sun before my eyes. Is he mimicking your power? No, my body. My body is being blown away by the wind. I managed to dig myself into the ground with one hand and endure the wind, the waves of light and heat. Oh. How long will this conflict last? The battle of the two, rumbling that makes me feel, uh, makes me feel the earth is going to split into two. Suddenly ended with her figure surrounded by a white light. Oh, this is getting really big. Everything just exploded. Okay. Crash. I hear something falling right beside me. Saber? What is it? I can tell, even if with my eyes, my blindfolded eyes. Oh, Saber's a dead person now. I thought she might be dead. That's how torn up Saber is. In the distance, the Golden Knight is laughing crazily and scratched. So the most powerful holy sword is only that strong, huh? Humanity's illusions are mere child's play after all. His laughter is high pitched, and it seems like he'll carry over the burning air and into the heavens. Is it that much fun? He doesn't even look at Saber as he laughs only for his own sake. Saber, status. Uh, oh, Gilgamesh, a half-god, half-human king that ruled um Sumerian city of Uruk in the years before Christ. Not merely a legend, he is said to have actually existed. He's a king of heroes whose uh, tale is recorded in mankind's oldest uh, epic poem, the Epic of Gilgamesh. So so divine as to be a two-thirds god and one-third human. And no other in the world would could match him. He was an ultimate transcendent being that possessed all things in this world. He was originally a tyrant who did not care about his people, but his behavior slowly changed after he gained a friend called Yu Yun Yunk Idu. That's his weapon, isn't it? Mm. Yunkidu was created by the goddess Av Avuru in response to the prayers of the people who suffered under Gilgamesh's oppression. Yunkidu and Gilgamesh um, met as met as was fated, and they strongly affected each other. At first, Gilgamesh feared Yukidu as his enemy, but the two came to understand each other soon after and recognized each other as equals and worked hard to rule the country. With Yukidu, Gilgamesh defeated the Humbaba, guardians of the forest and beasts of the gods, and became the greatest and richest king on earth. After this, Gilgamesh was so powerful that even the gods could not ignore his existence. One goddess fell in love with this Gilgamesh, Ishtar, the goddess of fertility, proposed marriage to Gilgamesh, the perfect king, but he rejected her immediately. This was because he knew her to be a witch, unfaithful, cruel, and corrupter of all men. Um, Ish Ishtar became furious. Feeling that Gilgamesh had insulted her to get revenge, she went to her father, the god Anu, and persuaded him to unleash the Bull of Heavens. What does Anu do? Um, because of this unstoppable beast of the gods, several years of starvation and death hit the earth. Gilgamesh and um, um, Enkidu cooperated and faced the bull of heavens and successfully defeated it. The god's reputation was once again crushed. Ish'Atsh's fury, of course, did not abide, and she asked the god of death to give death to one of the men, as if as it was a sin for human to kill the beast of the gods. Okay. Ishtar's wish was granted, and since he was created by the gods, in Enkidu could not resist the command and slowly weakened to death. This began Gilgamesh's downfall. Gilgamesh was shocked by the fact that that could come even to a friend of power equal to his. He was tormented by the fear of this death, and he finally traveled to the netherworld in search of immortality. Is Enkidu that snake? Um, at the end of a long journey and many hardships, Gilgamesh obtained the miracle elixir of immortality, but on his way back, the elixir was stolen by a snake while he was bathing, and Gilgamesh died of grief. It is said that the snake began its life again in a new body, but is shedding its skin because it stole a Gilgamesh's medicine and drank it. Okay? The world's oldest king of heroes, Gilgamesh, conflicts with the gods and journey for immortality great flood that covers this world. His epic is the origin form of every mythology, the oldest and thus nameless king of heroes, inferior to Hercules and King Arthur in fame, but one can say that his overwhelming power is surely that of the greatest heroic spirits. It has more abilities, divinity B A plus. Why is it B A plus? He has the capacity for greatness, but since Gilgamesh himself is disliked by gods, the rank is reduced. Oh, okay. Nova Phantasma. King's Treasure. A sword that leads to the Golden Capital. It connects space and allows the user to retake any weapon from the treasure room. Needless to say, this Nova Phantasma will become stronger the more route the person has. Um, v- E rank to A++. Um, Anthony personal no Phantasma range dash dash. Does that mean it has no range? I think it has some form of range, right? Star of creation that splits heaven and earth, cutting off space by the sword of a separation ear. A layer of wind compressed and accelerates becomes a fake layer of time and space that smashes all who oppose it. Its attack power is so strong that an um, elimination rank AC or counterattack with an equivalent damage level is needed to defend against this no phantasma. Damage is strength times 20, though though magic may be added to strength at random. What is strength times his strength times 20? I don't know what that I don't know what his strength is. Its damage is a 4,000. Its maximum damage is 4,000. But with the support of the Anova Phantasma in its treasury, the damage increases even further. It has equal superior output to Saber's Excalibur, and it is a sword that can cut apart the world. Okay. Alright. Saber, there's no reply, but blood gushing out of her mouth, but she tries to grasp. My vision turns red. What was I doing? I knew this was gonna happen. I knew Saber wouldn't be able to defeat Gilgamesh, so why didn't I stop or even use my command spell? But this is about the boring, a complete victory for me, huh? I'm disappointed that you could not even offset my attack, Saber. Oh, I see, I should have taken it easy on you. After all, I'm fighting women and children. His irritating laugh. The responsibility is mine. I thought she could win. No matter how bad I felt, I thought Saber's Excalibur would be able to beat him. Why? I didn't think that. That's why, even though I told her to stop, my command spell didn't react. I wasn't serious. If I really wanted to protect Saber, I could have made her run away using my command spell, and there would have been infinite ways for me to fight by myself. You would have died by yourself. Well then, let me have you now. You are dirtied, but you would have eventually ended up the same way. It's no problem if you are hurt now. The laughter approaches. Approaches you? Or Saber? She must have noticed as Saber faintly opens her eyes. Saber, are you alright? I see her breathing, but I can't touch her Even if I reach out, my body still won't move and I can't even run to her. So all I can do is call out to her, Saber, Saber, ah. Saber's mouth opens. She breathes in as if asking for help and coughs as if this is painful. Jiro, are you there? Are you blind? Saber raises a faint voice telling me she cannot see. Hold on, I can't say I'll help her. I'm on the ground too and I can only move my arms. I can call out to her and encourage her. You can create a sword maybe. She can't even see me in this ugly state. Isn't this what you were training for? I see I've been defeated. She speaks in a soft voice and looks at me with no light in her eyes. You could try to copy his weapon. Was it you? I'm sorry, please run away, master. You say this absurd, something absurd while coughing up blood. My vision turns red with anger. I completely depend on stable consciousness and this is the result. I can't even stand up after a surprise attack. I grab my head with only one hand that moves. I want to kill myself, so I put strength into my hand as if to squash my head. A firing hammer goes down. I take the switch to turn myself into a magus and smash it on with a hammer instead of my finger. Never use it again. Projection magic is beyond your level. Sasaka's words. She says magic beyond one's level will destroy the caster's circuits and nerves. So what? It's more important than that. If I can't protect it, I don't need my body. Okay, you were fine anyway. I don't think she listens to Tosaka. I think she might just be jealous. She has helped me many times. There never has been anyone that I cared about this much, so if I can't protect her, Emi or Shira can just die here. You were gonna die anyway if you didn't do anything, so you might as well just test it out. I can hear sounds of metal, metallic magical energy reinforce all the bones of my body and the broken parts of my body. I give everything I have. I put in the highest gear in the highest rotation from the start, and ignoring my limits, I'll create as much magic energy as possible. Gear. My spinal cord catches fire, my body grows red hot. I bite my tongue to bear the feeling of my brain melting. Bite down on the pink flesh. If I can keep my consciousness by just by making a hole in my tongue, there's no problem. What? The footsteps stop. The laughter stops as well. What, Shiro? What are you doing? If you do that, your body will... She must feel it, even though she can't see it. Paper screams trying to get up. Huh. That makes my last power turn on. I stand back up. Body that wouldn't obey starts to move because of the magic energy poured in past its limits. This is like set my body on fire to make it run towards water. But I don't care. It's better than watching Saber get hurt. Okay? That's right. I finally realized that with a mind that's about to burn away. From the beginning, I swore to hold the sword because I didn't want to see her hurt. Alright. What am I telling you to run? So why? I obstruct the enemy. Saber's behind me. Now, I cannot even take a step backwards. Trace on. I hold down my brain, which is rolling around on fire, and manage my mind. I'm only imagining one thing. I'll divide the projection into 8 sections to create the lost sword. What's the lost sword? Oh. Caliburn. I feel something hard in my left hand. I don't even need to look to check. The second manufacture of the sword proved useful without slowing down even once. My sword, no, that is not enough. You must know you cannot beat him with that. If you move, please run away. I won't. I came to pick you up, so I can't run home by myself. I ready my sword. I hold the sword heavier than a Shanae and glare at the enemy. Stop, Shiro, this man is... I shake off Saber's words and step forward. There's 4 meters between us. If I step forward with all my might, I'll be able to attack him. The enemy doesn't move. Gilgamesh watches me for a second, then laughs. I guess I'll kill you. He says it in an emotionless voice. I instantly block the attack swung at me. Am I have to make a choice? I sway my body to the side to avoid the attack. But I'm not fast enough. If the first attack was a gust of wind, the next is a barrage of attacks is a raging wind. Hamming is all I can do. No, I wouldn't have been able to block the first attack by myself. It's fortunate that I'm reproduced its memory when I reproduced the sword. The sword with a long past holds with an experience. The sword must have already be familiar with such attacks. I can't judge Gilgamesh's attack, but this sword is able to. But the sword reacts to his attack before my hands do. I swing to follow the sword. As a result, I can block his attacks. Can you just keep making swords then? Yeah, but that doesn't last long. My fingers numb every time I swing the sword, and slowly I cannot catch up with the sword. Yeah. Mongol, you're worse than unsightly. He must dislike even the slightest resistance. He gathers me in anger and retreats a bit. Thank God. If he kept attacking, I wouldn't have lasted more than a few seconds. I take a deep breath and try to control my breathing, and then I thought the imitator. You like it so much I should show you the real one. He takes out a sword. Oh, it's Caliburn. What? As a familiar sword. The ornamental on it is a bit different, but its true nature, this idea of its creation and its solar, due close to those of this sword. It can't be this sword's model. It is, but its strength of no phantasma is incomparable. What you have, the sword in the stone, originate from the legend of the sword of supremacy in the tree from northern Europe. But this is the original model, the foundation of the sacred right to select the king. The sword of supremacy in the tree ram, the demonic sword Stigmund, hero of Northern Europe, its original model. Children cannot defeat their parents, an imitation that deteriorates every time it is renewed, cannot match its original model. Light runs, the sword understands better than anything that this is the same attack that terminated Berserker in one slash. It must be protecting its owner. The sword in my hand goes for the enemy sword with its ultimate power. The name of the no phantasma is Caliburn, the golden sword of assured victory, but it is destroyed without trace by the sword called Marduk, the original sin. Okay. Here's something sliding on the ground. Sliding. Is the ground of the park slippery because it's level? I slide across the ground and finally come to a stop. Shiro, Shiro, Shiro. The voice makes me realize I'm still alive. Oh, Saber, you're pretty near me. Thinking so, I'm relieved. If it feels like I was blown away, but it's fine if Saber's nearby. Well, all I have to do is get up so I can run to Saber too. Huh? I look at my arms while I stay on the ground. It's red. My arm is surrounded in a red membrane, and there's no blood coming out of it. Do not move, please not move, Shiro. I can hear Saber's voice. Since my body has been injured, that attack, I'm sure I was blown away by Gilgamesh's sword. So the wound must be, oh I see. Now I can understand why Saber's acting like that. Were you cut in half? I can only move my right arm, my right hand. My left hand won't move. First of all, my left shoulder is attached to my body. Huh. I can't even breathe. Diagonally down from my left shoulder, as my body is cut from the shoulder down, it's separated like Lego pieces that don't fit together. It looks like a ginkgo leaf. I've been cut by my shoulder down to my waist. It's strange that I'm still alive, but that miracle should soon run out. I'm barely conscious right now, my vision narrows by the second. First of all, my insides will fall out if I move. But you're already dead, and my mind lingers like a ghost. I see. Although you'd be scattered, but you are rather tough, I see. Clinging to life is the only merit of a Mongol. He laughs. Honestly, I'm thankful. The more irritating he is, the more my mind stays conscious. But that is all. A lion doesn't suit you. I'll take that woman. Footsteps. The sound of him walking to obtain Saber for sure this time. Oh. Stand up or don't stand up. What got updated just then? Oh wow. Um, hot techie. It's one of a kind halberd, a weapon passed down in Chinese culture. A halberd is a a palan used to thrust and strike and has many usage. Although it was a weapon that could be used by anyone, it died out as time passed and until it was revived in the Sung period as the whole tech. It has many uses such as thrusting, swiping, pulling, and parrying. But on the other hand, it's said that a great deal of skill is needed to handle this weapon. The crescent moon shaped blade is called the crescent blade, and uh, weaker weapons with only one of these blades, sh- Sherry Yuki. Out of many Hellbergs, only this Hellberg was pronounced to be to the rank of a Nova Phantasma, probably because it was used by a famous military commander. Okay. Dane Seth, a demonic sword from Neb Nibelgen. A curse no phantasma that brings ruin to its possessor. It's a demonic sword handed down through the family that killed the Northern and European hero Sigurd, and it is a known phantasma originally possessed by the dragon Fafnir. Fafnir. You know what? Maybe sitting down was the better idea, because maybe it's about to kill Saber and then my character gets stronger. I don't know. It has a strong curse of revenge, but it also guides its possessor to ruin. Demonic swords and holy swords contain both glory and ruin, but the no phantasma only brings ruins to its possessor. Fajra, one of the uh, divine symbols of Indra, god of lightning from ancient um, um, Indian mythology. Indra was originally a phenomenon introduced by the Aryans, and Vajra is officially called Vid Vijaya, but when he was renamed to Taki Taki Kusan at, as the age turned to Buddhism, his divine symbol also changed its name. It it is single shot of phantasma and its damage is about B plus. It is a single weapon that does fixed damage regardless. It possesses magical energy. Also Bajura is a weapon that Buddhist gods possesses. A harpy, a monster killing a holy sword used by Perseus, the famous hero in Greek mythology. Um, Herpes itself is not an outstanding sword, but as its great characteristics is uh, it possesses the ability of a refractoring of prolonged life. This is a divine skill that nullifies the special abilities of immortals, and is said that the wounds made by herpes cannot heal. Treatment is in accordance with the law of nature still possible. It was used to kill the youngest of the three immortal sisters, Medusa. Huh. Um, Judah, um, Judal, Dan, um, Durandal, a holy sword favored by Ronald the Paladin of Middle Age Europe. The king Cal um, Ca- Chal uh, Charlemagne was granted the sword by an angel and awarded it to Ronald, the honored leader of the 12 Knights. It holds the three miracles and does not lose its sharpness even when the possessor's magic energy is depleted. Like Calium is a symbol of power and splendidly made, and Gram, demonic sword, sword of the sun, Gram, a demonic sword of ruin and glory that's Sigurd, the greatest hero of Northern Europe, possessed in the in Volsunga saga. It is the model of Calburn in the Legend of King Arthur, as King Arthur was a chosen sword in a stone. Gram was a also chosen sword in the mighty tree of the Volsung King. The legend of Gram and its possessor Sigurd is a story full of glory and ruin, and as one would expect from a great hero. Der Ring des Nibelungen, composed later in the Middle Ages Germany, is the story of a knight equal to the legend of King Arthur, and the sword Gram changes its name and appears in the in it as Balmung as the strongest demonic sword, equaling the strongest holy sword. It even possesses the special characteristic of Dragon Slayer. This sword could be called the King of Kings' natural enemy. Alright. Aha! I put my power into my right hand. I grabbed the ground and raised my half-sized body. I see Saber's face for an instant. She looks like she's about to cry. I'm proud of myself for falling in love with her. Why would you say this? Hold on, I'm not done yet. I raised my body with just one hand. My leg won't move. The magical energy that forced me to move has depleted. The only thing remaining is my beating heart, my organs screaming in pain. No lingering affection, I would assume so. The treasure is beyond you guys. I understand how you must feel. It must be really vexing to have it taken away by another man. That does it. I can't stand his talking anymore. I'm saying don't talk like that. You're treating Saber as an object. I put a power into my right hand. Is that metal in there? With a creaking sound, my body reacts to my wishes. I get up on one knee. Damn, do as I tell you. Put power into my body. And as I do so, the only thing I need to live flows out. Why do you not understand it's useless now? Saber's voice is almost insulting. She is a long ways away. From a distant place, she is watching me in vexation. I ignore me and keep trying. Saber's voice is just a burden. Now my body no meshes, but Saber is my greatest enemy now. Because if she objects with an expression like that, my mind will die. Finally, my knees finally has strength. So all that's left is to stand. No, I do not need your help. As I have been defeated, I am not your sword anymore. Apparently this is the natural end for a servant. Saber's voice. Damn it. If she interrupts anymore, I'll get even madder at her. No, please, Shiro. You can't not go on. You will really die if you die here, I will. I can choose such selfish things without knowing how I feel. Should I just be quiet for a second? At times like this, you can rely on me. This is not true, Shiro. Please do not get your priorities wrong. My life is not important. You should put your life first, rather than such a thing. She sounds like she's begging. My mind almost collapses thinking that I'm making her sound like that, but still, I refuse. There's nothing I want more than you. I can't accept her words. What? Saber looks at me in astonishment. How can you look at me in astonishment if you're blind? I don't know why she looks like that, but I remember. She told me I was a fool who does not know the value of his own life. I think she's right. I'm too, const. For someone who can't even think about himself to try to help someone else. Conceited. That's just a complacent happiness, and it's an unstable happiness for the other party. The most important person is myself. That kind of person can probably become happy and share their happiness. Yeah, I'm certainly a fool who doesn't consider his own life. I was wrong about what's most important to me. Since that day, that seat has been empty. I'm grateful for that abnormality, but in that empty seat is sitting the person I want to save from the bottom of my heart. Saber, that wouldn't change even if I valued my life above all. There's nothing in my place that can change that. That makes me realize. I didn't feel a sympathy for her. You don't? The girl I saw in my dream. She fought alone and died alone. I thought she was unrewarded, but at the same time I was charmed by her. I just thought she was beautiful. She pulled out the sword and ran through her whole life without looking back. Her life itself was so brilliant. Are you gonna die? That's right, so I have to protect her. That's so that you, all alone, won't be engulfed in darkness in your last moments. That's right, so in that last moment on the verge of your death, so that you can be proud of your life. Huh, my doubts disappeared. My path is so clear. Sorry, I love you more than anything, Saber, so I won't give you to a guy like him. After I say that, I regretfully apologized to her. But I had to say it. I wanted to say it now at this moment because there would be no impurities mixed in my words. I hear a gasp. I wanted to turn around and see, but I won't since I can't really see anymore. I get up. I can still fight with my heart still beating. Magic energy is my life. As long as my heart is beating, I'll keep on recreating a sword. Okay. Well done. So now what? What can you do now? I feel burning heat in my right hand. Perhaps because I'm close to death, I remember 10 years ago. It's a terrible illusion. My body feels like it's still on fire, reaching out for life. Go away, I can't give Saber to you. Raise my right hand and say so. Say that. Fool, I do not need your consent. The enemy raises his sword. Get away, get down, Shiro. I hear Saber's voice from behind me. I ignore it and use my remaining energy. I project the sword once more. And I'm stopped by that light. Even though it's not as strong as Excalibur, the light that can burn away anything it touches is coming for me. Feeling the heat in my body, I don't think about my death, but Saber behind me. She'll be dragged into this, so I had to at least protect her. I said I'd protect Saber, yes, I had to protect her. She's strong, but at the same time, she could have broken down at any moment. So I have to hold steady. She's like a drawn sword, so I have to help her so she doesn't get hurt. Oh, it's a sheath with Excalibur, and then before I realize it, there's something like a sword in my right hand. What? Whose voice was that? The hesitation is only for an instant. At the same moment, the Golden Knight, the absolute victor, retreats. Shiro, let me. Saber takes my hands. Oh, it's the sheath that heals, right? The rising light stopped. Right beside me is Saber, and right before me is Gilgamesh, opening his eyes and bleeding. He's burning. I don't know what happened, but I know this is a repeat of the battle against Berserker. Saber used something I made and defeat Gilgamesh's sword. A light pushed back his light and must have injured him. He was unscratched up until now. A frightening murderous intent. It feels like he needs to kill everything he sees in order to calm down. Huh. But the Golden Knight leaves silently. I don't even have time to be surprised. I don't know why he left, but even my fainting mind knows that the battle is over. My knees give away. All tension disappears and my body falls to the ground. Shiro. Saber instantly supports me. With Saber supporting me, I look down at my body. I'm a dead person. Well, probably not. Huh. I let her gasp. My wounds are so bad that they cannot be treated. Body cut from my left shoulder should have died instantly. Oh, this is too. I must have been barely alive because of that healing power, but it must have its limits. My body is almost split into two. I'm sure nothing will be able to fix my body now. I can't even tell if I'm still breathing or not, and my consciousness is starting to fade. I think you should be fine because you have the sheath. The end is near, but the fortunate thing is about Saber. I'm afraid to a wound, but it seems Saber is just fatigued. She's unarmed now, and her wounds are completely healed. So you don't have a retreat now. Tosaka should be able to do something. And sound again. The sound as my bones are cracking. Creaking is coming from my body. I look down at my wound. What? Metal. There are so many swords. What looks like the blades of swords are laid on top of each other and are crowding together to connect my separating body, making that sound. I feel dizzy. It feels like every bone in my body, every muscle in my body is made of swords. Yeah, there's no such thing. It must have been in my imagination and my body is just fine. It's proof that my separated body is starting to connect and my cuts are healing quickly. It's more like restoration than healing. This is more creepy than strange. What? It seems I'll be saved, but this is too. I'm glad. It seems you will not die, Master. I hear Saber's voice by my ear. It's really close by. Well, that's great, but what's going on? Trying to finish, I'm assailed by dizziness. Then, my body is enclosed by soft arms. Okay. Saber? I find understand it's only natural for your body to heal. I can't stay conscious. It's because I've produced too much magical energy. My tired mind wants to sleep now. How strong is she? Saber wraps her arms around me and holds me tight. Okay. I finally understand. You're my sheath, Shiro. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like that. You say so in a deep, seeping voice. The feeling is so comfortable that my remaining consciousness fades away. I'm glad to be saved and I let my body sleep. But before that, I complained to myself that it would have been more perfect if our positions were reversed. It wouldn't make sense if it was reversed though. You would have followed your sword. Day change? No. At the end, I see that red hill once more. I read a memory. I dive deep into her memory and I realize this is the last time. That these are the memories of a night which I have seen so many times before. After becoming king and becoming the will of the country by killing her own. Her days were filled with neglect even from her trusted knights. Every time she won a battle, Arturia was made to wish for a battle she did not wish for. She continued to hide her sex, surrounded by suspicion what awaited this isolated girl was rebellion by one of her own relatives. A young knight took over the country while the king was on an expedition. The man's name was, Mordred. That knight, who was son of Morgan, the sister of the king of knights, was actually the son of the king of knights. To start at the end, Arturia could not have children as a woman, but Mordred's son inherited the blood of Arturia. Arturia's older sister, Morgan, I am not sure how far she went, but she despised Arturia for being king, even though Arturia was younger than her. Mordred created as her other self. He served the king as a knight with an unknown father, waiting for his chance to take over the throne and finally organized a revolt. Hill. This was the battle known as the Battle of Camelon, the end of King Arthur. King Arthur discovered Mordred's betrayal on her expedition and returned to her homeland with her tired troops to invade her own territory. She stashed away knights that used to serve her. She attacked the land she once protected. The few knights that stayed with her died out, and the only ones standing in the end were her and Mordred. Their personal combat ended with the king's victory, but she did not emerge unscratched. Mordred was bound by a strong curse, so she still swung his sword even after his death, and left a fatal wound on the king. This is the end of this battle. The last of her, the one called the King of Kings. It must have been painful. Come to think of it, none of her battles were painless. Every one of her 20 battles was severe, and this just happened to be the greatest wound appropriate for her end. She returned to Britain and destroyed her own army. She punished the knights who used to serve, and the knight following her all died. You know what? I think Saber's better. I think Saber really shines next to Shiro, because Shiro's just the absolute worst. That it just makes Saber look, you know, just a tad bit better. She perished the knights who once served her, and the knights following her all died. And in the end, she had to kill her own son, even if he was a son only in name. I cannot tell what went through her mind, but I have to wish. The lone king who tried to be king until her last moments. I wished that her last dream might be a normal one. Be a normal dream, one that the girl called Arturia might wish for. Okay. Oh. I opened my eyes. I don't know when I got back, but I remember lying on my futon. Hello, Saber. Oh, you've woken up, Shiro. Saber, why am I? You have been sleeping since that time. Your body's almost completely healed, so you don't need to worry. I see, that's great, but what about Saber? My wounds are healed, I'm fine, but Saber's different. Even though she could heal her wounds, her magic energy isn't infinite. It wouldn't be a problem if she had fought, but she used Excalibur. Saber, were you treating me all this time? I merely wiped your sweat. I could not treat wounds as wind does. Aiden, you didn't need to do that. It must be more painful for you right now. That is not true. I only have light wounds compared to you. But I cannot ignore what you just said. Even your wounds have healed. They were bad enough that you could have died. Please don't worry about yourself from now on. Things so Saber reaches for the washbowl beside her. There's a cold towel there. As I'm squeezing the water out, she wipes my sweating body. I'm really embarrassed. Shiro, does your wound hurt? It seems you are getting a fever again. I don't have a fever now. No, you can just rest for now. You might be alright, but you use Excalibur, so you should be the one resting. You'll collapse at this rate. Yeah, well, that is true, but she hesitates, squeezing the towel. Aren't you going to sleep, Shiro? But I am doing better than you right now. It's only natural for me to protect you until you get better. You've got a point there. Crap. I can't object if she says so with that kind of expression. Okay, I'll rest, so please rest too, Saber. I can't sleep with a peace of mind unless you rest too. That is true, I need to sleep as well. Saber nods, squeezes the towel and puts it on the side of the wash bowl, so I let Saber take care of me and suppress my embarrassment. Then I shall be going to bed. Please take care of your body, Shiro. Okay. Good night. Good night, I guess. I forgot to say this, but thank you, Shiro. I am really glad that you're okay. Okay. They were smiling in the moonlight. Did it look like F F F F ephemeral because of the weak moonlight. The sliding door is shut before I can find out. Light. Phew. I don't know if I'm happy or lonely that now that Saber's gone. I didn't want to stay by my side, but I'll be a burden on Saber. And if we stay like that, I'll just be like that tonight. I shake the image in my head there. Too many things happened tonight. It was only a day, but it feels like a week. The day with Saber was more troublesome than fun. I ended up having an argument. I left Saber alone and... Yeah. Why are you recounting it? No, I have to rest for now. I can think later. This not only Gilgamesh, but Lance as well and his unknown master. We can't win unless we start over in our best conditions. It happened after a few hours ago. You said something about me being her sheath. I was badly injured and about to fall asleep, so I couldn't ask her why. Damn it. I can't fall asleep. Saber's dream. Her resolute face in front of death and her face when she nurses me keep overlapping goodnight. The frailness of a smile won't get out of my head. The smile that she never shows on the girl on the girl in my dreams. She says that it makes her happy that when I smile is vexing. Why is it so vexing instead of saddening? I don't know why I'm annoyed to the point of anger. I don't know either. I smack the food and I'm about to rage around because of this unknown invitation. Shira, are you not feeling well? I hear her worried voice from the other side of the sliding screen. I was out of bed, so it must have sounded like I was tossing around because of pain. No, I'm fine. Are you still awake? Yes, but are you sure you're alright? I can go there if you're in pain. Now, it's better if I go over there. No, that's bad. Sometimes I've kept to myself would overflow if I see Saber right now. Something I've kept to myself. So if I kind of talked with you for a bit, yes, if you can talk like this. We can talk to the sliding screen. Maybe it's because I can't see her, but I recall the smile I saw last on her. Saber was smiling happily. My frustration increases instead of calming down. I don't know why, but my body's heating up. But I need to talk to Saber. No. Go to sleep. I have to say that it's wrong. I don't know what's really right, but I have to tell her that I'm wrong about this. My tongue and throat tremble. I can't turn back once I say this. I fully acknowledge it and it's alright, it's fine, so you should smile for your own sake. I'm pushed by an unknown impulse and say this. Shira, why? She doesn't even need to ask. I'll keep repeating myself until you realize it. Sir, moon, crescent moon. Saber, isn't this enough? You've done your best, you've voted even by yourself, so you have to find your own happiness. You're fulfilled your vote so you can return to being a Tura, or Tura. What, you're still talking about that? Yeah, I'll keep on saying it, I can't help it, because I've fallen in love with you, Saber, that's why... Saber, no, you can go back to being a Tura. I suppress my sudden fury, it's about to burst. Saber only needs to say one thing before that. Shira, please do not trouble me. Even if you say that the answer doesn't change. My heart aches at her determination. You knew my past, but you continue to invade me. You should know my answer already, so why? Why are you so concerned about me? You must have seen all the sins I've committed. Yeah, I did. You sacrificed many people in the name of the king. I killed many enemies. I don't intend to ignore that or pretend it didn't happen. But still, you know that I want the girl named, Orturia to become happy. So what? I don't know what this emotion is, but I just can't leave you alone. Please smile. I want to be with you, Saber. A childlike, unrelated confession. Unliterated. Within the silence, I wait for an answer. What is Saber doing on the other side of the sliding screen? Any of my words reaching her? My answer will not change. I cannot break my oath as a king. Even if I was not appropriate for the role, I was entrusted with my country as the king. I cannot fulfill my duty, so this freedom is not permitted to me. I can't hold myself back any longer because her voice sounds so sad. I don't want to hear the lonely oath to be the king instead of her words as Otura. I already know that. I didn't become this vexed to hear those screams. I kick her from my futon. In front of me is a sliding door separating our rooms. Shiro? The sound of the sliding screen feels distant. Okay. My mind blanks out. Why was I angry? Why was I this sad? I don't know. Her eyes shake as if about to cry. As if her gorgeous neck and slender shoulders. Her golden hair reflects the moonlight, just like when we first met. I'm embracing her when I noticed. I'm embracing her so hard I could break her, but she doesn't resist. It's different from that night. I didn't feel like this back then. What a ridiculous story. I wanted to become a superhero, but I never fell in love with anyone, nor was I ever unwilling to let go. Saber, if feels like she'll disappear if I don't keep holding her. I don't know how long I've held her, but I feel I figured out that if she won't disappear and loosen up. Sure, what is it all of a sudden? What is the meaning of this? If you do this, She moves slightly in my arms. Okay. I lift tremble and try to say something, but I close them with a soft touch. My body slightly trembling. If I'm staring at Saber, but I'm not seeing anything. It's in this place. Yeah, okay. Saber's hands on my chest pushes them apart a bit. Okay. Sure, that kiss was. Does she want to say it's a mistake? Are you going to sleep now? She looks up at me with a face about to cry. It's not a mistake. I'll say it as many times as I need to. I can't let you go. Tell me if you don't like it. Tell me that we're only masters and servants and contradict me. How unfair are you telling me to say such a thing? Yeah, I won't hold back if you won't tell me clearly, that flashed. If you won't refuse me, I'll do as I want. Even if it would make her temporarily forget her determination to be the king. A long silence. I keep holding her and feel her softness. She's still tense and not wanted to be embraced, okay? Or we can hear our breaths and the beating of our hearts. How many times did our hearts beat? Saber slightly puts more power into the hands on my chest. Isn't it weird that I hate scene? I cannot answer your feelings as you cannot change your ways. There are things that I cannot change. All I can do, if forgiven, is to... Her pulse aches my heart, still biting her lip trembles and says this as if to make a confession that the night is unforgivable, but still, her unresisting body and her waving eyes tell me that only this one night she wants to stay like this until the night ends. Oh, okay. Saber, I raise my hand. I can't say anything, Wow, okay. How long is this gonna last for? But then I will... What? The hands that I caught her, she slightly turns my gaze. It feels like I'm doing something impure, so I quickly close it. For some reason I sit Japanese style on the futon as I wait. No. Okay. Wow. Okay. First of all, I can't protect Saber unless we defeat that man who's after Saber, but do we have a way to defeat that king of heroes? We go quiet and stare at the darkness. How long will we like that? My tired body wants to take a rest and my eyes start to close, but our left hands are warm. Saber, if let us think tomorrow, Shira. We might come up with a good plan, and I would like to sleep like this for now. She says so while gently clasping my hands. I wanted to do so too. Yeah, good night, Shiro. Let us return to our previous selves when we wake up. I close my eyes with her close to me. My last vision of Saber sees her smiling warmly. I don't care if that was just for this night. Right now, her hand is warm. This is more than enough for me right now as I fall into a comfortable sleep. Okay. We approach the end of this battle. Yeah, I already knew it was coming to a close. Without knowing if we would be able to keep our hands connected even after this was over. We won't be able to. Saber's going to die. And she's going to return. Utopia. Okay. Wasn't this called like Moonlight 1 or something? How come there's no Moonlight 2? Whatever, I guess. Yeah, Fates. Stay night. Fate, stay night. Fate.